How do you overcome call reluctance? You know, when I first started selling real estate, I didn't really understand the industry that I got into, right? I didn't understand that it was a direct, hardcore sales business, no different than selling books door to door, knives door to door, subscriptions over the phone. And once I got a clear understanding as to what this game was, I was able to dedicate my energy and efforts in areas that produced outsized outcomes, like prospecting on a regular basis, making cold calls, like practicing scripts and dialogues, right? Like learning how to close, learning how to handle objections. What's underneath that is a fundamental mental map, which is that the money's not in the service, the money's in the selling of the service. So what that means is that we all have a license where we can perform a service, but we all don't make the same amount of money. Why is that? Well, some people know how to sell the service better than others. So once I understood that, I started to dedicate all of my time and energy and effort in those areas, which produced very sizable outcomes. So I've been selling real estate for about 16 years. It took me 5 years to get up to 100 transactions, done over 100 deals a year for the last 10, 11 years in a row. I did 200 deals a year twice. I know with certainty that what I'm sharing with you is accurate. And my experience is one of the most valuable things that you can get from a coach, a teacher, a mentor, whatever name we want to call that, which is really just someone who's produced an outcome that you wish to produce, right? They may be just a little bit farther down the path, is access to the way that they think, because the way that they think allows them to do what they do. So what I'd like to do in this video is share with you my mental maps and how I think about prospecting. The first thing that I think about, right, when I think about cold calling is that it's my job. You know, I know that there's a large kind of segment of our industry that views it as like, oh, this is like this separate thing. And there's those agents that do that. And I'm not one of those agents. And like a salesperson's job is to be in the presence of prospects. And there's two camps, people you know and people you don't know. So if I want to grow and I want to do it fast and quick, I'm going to have to get comfortable speaking to people that I don't know. And that is my job, is to be in the presence of prospects. It is not to do paperwork. It is not to do administrative work. Your job is to sell. A sale takes place once I've spoken to somebody who has a need for my service. Number two is that everything you want in life is going to come to you, for the most part, through the hands of a stranger. Right? So when you sit down and you do a business plan and you put down, you're going to make $200,000 in a year, almost all of your goals and objectives are going to happen because of a stranger, because the stranger has the income that you're after. The stranger has the problem that you're there to solve. The stranger has the network of people who can refer you to other people. I know that as young people, we were taught not to talk to strangers and that it's dangerous and that you shouldn't do that. And I'm here to tell you the opposite is actually true. The third thing that's very true is that these are strangers, guys. Okay, so it would be one thing if you called your best friend and invited them to a birthday party and they were like, no, I don't want to go to that birthday party, bang, and they hung up. These are perfect strangers that you're never going to see again, never going to speak to again for the rest of your life, right? So it's not uncommon after 2,000 homes sold in my career where I'll walk into a room with my wife, Carla, and I'll say something like, hey, I wonder how many people in this room have hung up on me. I wonder how many people in this room have called me a name that my mom didn't give me. And you can talk to them and they'll hang up on you and they'll probably walk right by you and not even know who you are anyway. The next one is that people are really afraid of failing. They're afraid of how they're going to be perceived, of what people would say, and if they'll, get mad at them or think they're silly or stupid or dumb. Here's what I've learned. If you can get 50% of the population to hate your guts, you could become president of the United States. So if you want to do anything big, there's going to be people that don't like it. There will be haters. There will be people who hang up. There will be people who say no. And the difference between rock star top producers who earn the majority of the money in this industry and those who don't is they understand that and they accept it and they embrace it. And then the last one is that I really view this and what's attached to it, I view it as a cash register. And once you can make that connection in your mind, so I think a lot of people, when they look at the phone, what comes up for them is like, I don't know, pain, or what comes up for them is like anguish, like, oh, these people are going to say no, like this is so difficult, like, because it's really not hard, guys. We're not pushing boulders up a hill, putting on a roof when it's 100 degrees. We're standing in air conditioning and going blah, blah, blah. If we tell ourselves this story, I associate all of those feelings with the phone, and then it dissuades me from doing it. But imagine if you looked at it as an actual register. Imagine if you looked at it that everything you want in life is directly correlated with that activity. You cannot keep me away from it, okay? I will push, pull, like knock people over in order to be able to do it. That's why I didn't miss a day of prospecting for like 10 years. because I knew and understood that this was directly correlated with everything that I want in life. All the trips that I want to take with my family, all the retirement accounts that I want to fund, all of the investment accounts, all of the giving that I want to do, everything is directly correlated with that activity. So if you can make the connection, right, with those mental maps that I just shared with you, you should be able to break through this reluctance and cold calling and start to create, right, the life that you deserve for yourself and for the people that love and care about you and that are dependent on you. So if this has been helpful, if this has been useful to you, be sure to share it with someone that you think could get some benefit from it. And be sure to subscribe so you can get more videos like this one. 80% of anybody who's a new licensee is gone within a year because the learning curve is massive. So if there's a way that I can condense that learning curve, that dramatically increases the probability that I'll still be in this game moving forward. Talk a little bit about specifically the benefits of being part of a team. So from your perspective, what have been some of the main values that you get?
It was guidance, and not only from you, but it's from the rest of the team. You know, the administrative staff, Carla, Gabriella, Donna, you know, everybody on board on the team has added so much value and assisted in my growth. As a new agent, you can easily get lost in a lot of the behind the scene transaction material that's needed to be learned.